I didn't make a scene when I quit. No long email, no dramatic meeting. I just handed in my resignation, thanked my manager for the opportunity, and finished my notice period the same way I'd worked for years, quietly, reliably, without complaint. I was the kind of employee people depended on but rarely talked about. I fixed problems before they became issues, stayed late without announcing it, trained new hires even when it wasn't my job. I wasn't chasing titles. I just wanted stability and respect. When I realized I wasn't getting either, I decided to leave. My last day came and went without much attention. A quick goodbye in the break room. A generic, best of luck, email sent to the team. And that was it. No exit interview that dug deep. No one asking why someone who never caused trouble was walking away. I packed my desk, shut down my computer, and left without burning a single bridge. For a while, nothing happened. The company moved on like it always does. Someone else took over my responsibilities. Meetings continued. Deadlines were still met, at least on the surface. Then small cracks started to show. A report went out with errors I used to catch. A client escalated an issue I normally handled quietly. Projects started taking longer. The person replacing me kept asking questions no one could answer because the answers had lived in my head, not in a document. Months later, I started getting messages. First from a former coworker asking how I used to handle a specific process. Then another asking if I still had access to an old template. Then my manager reached out, casually at first, saying things like, "Did you always manage this part too?" That's when I realized what was happening. They weren't missing my role. They were missing the invisible work, the things no one noticed until they were gone. Eventually, they asked if I'd be open to consulting, short-term help, just to stabilize things. I agreed, on my terms. Higher pay, clear boundaries, defined scope. When I walked back into the office, nothing looked different, but everything felt different. People listened more carefully. Meetings paused when I spoke. Tasks I'd once handled silently were now being discussed like critical operations. One afternoon, my old manager admitted something quietly. We didn't realize how much you carried until it dropped. I nodded, not out of bitterness, but understanding. I'd learned my lesson too. Loyalty without visibility is fragile. Consistency without recognition becomes invisible. I left again after the contract ended, this time with clarity. I hadn't failed that company. I'd outgrown a place that only noticed value after it was gone. And that's the truth most people learn too late. Sometimes the most important employees don't quit loudly. They quit quietly. And by the time you realize what you lost, they've already built something better elsewhere.